Hey folks, my name is Brian and you're watching Survival on Purpose. Okay folks, in today's video I wanted to address something that really has nothing to do with the outdoors or bushcraft, but I did have a couple of people ask me for some help or advice in maybe about starting their own YouTube channel. And while I am certainly no expert in this subject, and there are a lot of people who know a whole lot more about it than me, I thought maybe I could lend at least every kind of ordinary, everyday kind of guy slant to it. So I'm just going to talk about what equipment I'm using. And the reason I decided to do that is because I noticed that seems to be a pretty popular question across a lot of YouTube channels. And I was watching an Andy Tran video the other day, and Andy's channel is InnerBark Outdoors. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to check it out. Andy's a young guy on the northwest coast area, somewhere in Northwest America. He's a professional filmmaker. That's what he does for a living. And he's also a very, very good outdoors guy. He's got a lot of skills. So his channel is really good. His production quality is really high, a lot higher than mine. And I think you'll like his videos, so check him out. So anyway, another Andy Tran plug. I've done that a couple times now. I just really like his channel. But I digress. The reason I made this video is because I saw he answered a comment about what kind of cameras he's got, and he told, I don't remember what the model numbers were, but I looked them up, and you know, they're $7,500, $10,000 cameras, which for Andy that's fine because that's what he does for a living. So he's got to have. I mean, I'm not knocking. Don't misunderstand me, but I also want everybody to understand you don't have to have $10,000 camera equipment to make decent YouTube videos. I'm gonna have to swap over to my iPhone now, so let's do that right now. Okay, I've switched over to the iPhone. I thought I'd show you first of all what I started with. This is a Kodak Play Touch. You can pick these up, and they may have a different model now. I think they change every couple of years, but you can pick up something very similar I bought this at Best Buy for like 80 bucks. I mean, it's pretty cheap. A couple things you want to look for, in my opinion, if you're going to do any kind of video recording that you're going to put on the web or you want other people to watch, is one thing is you want to have a external microphone jack. And as you can see, this one here has an external mic jack. That gives you a chance to do an external, use either a wired or wireless mic. You just get a lot better video audio quality. You know, people will watch a pretty bad video, but if the audio is horrible, they'll generally turn it off pretty quickly. That's the main thing. What else is good about this particular camera is you can actually put a SD card in. It's got a slot for an SD card on the side, so you can just take that out and pop a new one if you run out of storage or whatever. So that's a pretty good feature. This one actually has a close-up, or you know, it's got two different, I guess, zoom settings, and pretty handy little camera. I can tell you the main reason I'm not using it is I took it on a backpacking trip, had it in a pocket of my raincoat, and it got damp and just pretty much it just died. And I've been unable to get it going, so I had to buy another camera, which is probably good. Oh, the other thing is, on the bottom, this thing has a tripod mount, which is I think like the original flip cameras did not have. So this is similar to a flip, just an improvement. So if that's what your budget is, you can definitely start out with this, and you'll be able to make video with it. The downside to this camera is, in my opinion, really the biggest downside to it was there's no screen facing the same as the camera lens. So you know, you had to go over. I'd have to set up a shot, go back and look in the back side of it, and you know, replay it and see how it tests. You see how it looked, you know, and then try to reframe it and go on the tripod and go back and test it again. So it was a little bit of a time-consuming process, as opposed to being able to just look at the viewfinder screen that you can flip around backwards on most camcorders, and you know, kind of set everything up then. So. But that's a Kodak Play Touch, or there may be a Sport Touch or something now, I don't know. But just you can check those out. Those are just the main thing you want to look for is an external mic jack, and you want to look for a tripod stand, a tripod mount hole, I guess, and the ability to put a SD card in or some kind of storage card. It's really handy. So that was the original. Let's show you what I've got gone to now. Okay, so this is my current setup. As you can see, it's not very professional. This is a Canon Vixia Hf R40. It's about 400 bucks. A couple things I like about it. It has a external microphone jack right there, and it's really getting really hard to find a consumer grade camera in that price range that has an external mic jack. So it has that. That's the big thing for me. The screen flips around so you can set up your shot and see yourself what's going on. This one actually has a shutter opens and closes, so it just protects your lens. It's a pretty cool camera. It's got a wireless Wi-Fi capability. You can actually sync it and download and do stuff without plugging it in. It also has a SD card slot, which is critical. It just allows you to not be limited to your camera storage. You can take this thing out and pop it in a card reader or do whatever. Obviously a tripod mount. It ain't rocket science. It's just for about 400 bucks. It's a pretty cool little camera. Definitely not pro quality, but it's HD, and it's working for me right now. Okay, so this is my tripod. It's a QSX6601TM. I think it's made by Sunpack. I'm not sure. I bought it like at a Wolf camera or something. What's cool about it is you can take this thing out, and this extends up, and you have a monopod. So if you're carrying, and obviously it gets a lot taller than that. But if you're carrying the camera around, you don't really want to set it up stable. That at least gives you a stable mount. You can kind of stand it up and hold it still and keep from wobbling quite as much as trying to hold it in your hands. So again, that's about 30 bucks, 40 bucks. I don't know, maybe 50 now. I've had it a few years. And last, and I think this is probably the most important thing, I have a little wireless mic, and this is not a $600 Sennheiser system. This is actually a Audio Technica, about 130 bucks on Amazon. I read the reviews. They were very, very mixed. You know, some people were very, very critical of it, said it didn't do what they needed to do. For me, so far it's working fine. I didn't want to pop 600 bucks in. I really tried a wired lapel mic first, and I kept tripping over the cord. One day I was shooting some natural resources video, and the cord broke off and screwed I lost all my audio. So I would highly recommend, if you're serious about making any videos, you know, if your budget will allow it, you know, invest 130 bucks on one of these things. So far I've had no problems with it. It's, you know, the range is maybe a problem. It's not going to go out past probably about 30-40 feet, and it starts really have a lot of static. But I've not been out that far and it's not been an issue for me. That's what I'm saying. So bottom line, you got like 130 bucks here. You know, you got batteries, probably another 10 bucks in batteries. This is like 400 bucks. I bought some extra batteries. These are not Canon batteries. You can see I bought those off of Amazon with a charger for about another 40 bucks. So altogether, got about, you know, about 600 bucks, maybe 650 with a tripod, which is far less than the cost of a you know, a little prosumer type camera. And I have no doubt that a better camera and, you know, better wireless would probably give me a better overall end result. But this is what I got right now. And, you know, I understand this is not really anything to do with outdoor skills, but a couple guys have asked me about, you know, some advice for wanting to make their own videos. I know you can look at a lot of guys' videos, and they've got, you know, really fancy cameras and stuff. So you can do it for about 600 bucks. You can get started, or you can use for about 80 bucks you can get started. You're going to need a tripod, and my advice is to get an external mic, but, you know, it's kind of really, it's money you don't have to spend, but it's going to make your videos a lot better. Okay, well, I hope that was helpful to some of you. If you're interested in starting your own channel or making videos, I'll tell you this though, it doesn't matter if you have a $70 flip camera or a $10,000 professional camera. It's not going to make a bit of difference if you don't just get out there, make some videos, and put them out there. There's knowledge in you that nobody else has got, or a unique slant on things that nobody else has got. So get out there and share it with the world. Make a difference. Appreciate you watching my channel. When you subscribe, when you watch my videos, when you give it a thumbs up, when you leave a comment, all those things above, they really help out, and I thank you. I really appreciate it. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. See you next time.